Picture this. You walk into a restaurant, the waiter approaches with a smile, and instead of feeling nervous or confused, you confidently order exactly what you want in perfect English. By the end of today's episode, that picture will become your reality. I'm going to teach you every single phrase you need to order food like a native speaker, from the moment you walk in until you pay the bill and leave. Welcome back to Learn English 2 podcast, where we help you master English fast with practical, real-world lessons. I'm your host, and today we're tackling one of the most useful English skills you'll ever learn, ordering food at restaurants. This isn't just about memorizing phrases from a textbook. We're going to practice real conversations, learn the vocabulary natives actually use, and build your confidence step by step. Whether you're planning to travel, you're living in an English-speaking country, or you just want to feel more confident when dining out, this episode will transform how you handle restaurant situations. So get comfortable, maybe grab a snack, and let's dive into the delicious world of restaurant English. Let's start with the essential vocabulary you need to know before we dive into conversations. These are the words you'll hear and use in every restaurant experience. First, let's talk about the different parts of a meal. An appetizer is the small dish you eat before your main meal. Some people call it a starter. The main course is your primary dish, and in fancier restaurants, they might call it an entree. The dessert comes at the end, something sweet like cake or ice cream. Now, let's learn about restaurant staff. The host or hostess greets you when you arrive and shows you to your table. Your server or waiter takes your order and brings your food. In some casual places, you might hear them called your waitress if it's a woman, though many places just use server for everyone now. The chef cooks your food in the kitchen, and sometimes there's a manager who handles any problems. Here are some menu terms you'll see everywhere. Beverages are drinks. Side dishes are extra items that come with your main course, like fries or salad. If something is grilled, it's cooked on a grill with those nice black lines. If it's fried, it's cooked in oil. Steamed means cooked with steam, and baked means cooked in the oven. These cooking methods are important because they'll help you choose food you'll enjoy. Now, let's walk through a complete restaurant experience, starting from the moment you arrive. When you enter most restaurants, someone will greet you. They might say, "Hello, welcome to Mario's restaurant. How many people are in your party today?" Your party means your group, so if you're alone, you say, "Just one. Please." If you're with your family, you might say 4 people, "Please," or "a table for 4. They might ask, "Do you have a reservation?" A reservation means you called ahead to save a table. If you don't have one, just say, "No, we don't have a reservation." Is there a table available? If they're busy, they might say, "There's about a 20-minute wait. Is that okay?" You can say, "Yes, that's fine," or, "Actually, we'll come back later." Once you're seated, your server will usually bring you menus and ask about drinks. This is a perfect time to practice polite English. They might say, "Hi folks, I'm Jessica and I'll be taking care of you today. Can I start you off with something to drink?" Notice how natural and friendly this sounds. You can respond with, "Yes, I'd like a water, please," or "Can I have a Coke?" Or "What kind of juice do you have?" If you need time to look at the menu, just say, "We need a few more minutes to decide. Thank you." Don't feel rushed. Taking time to choose is completely normal. While you're looking at the menu, you might have questions. Here are some useful phrases for asking about menu items. What's in the Caesar salad? How big is the pizza? Is the fish spicy? What comes with the chicken dinner? Do you have any vegetarian options? These questions show you're engaged and help you make better choices. Servers expect these questions, so don't worry about asking them. If you don't understand something on the menu, you can say, "I'm not familiar with this dish. Can you tell me about it?" Or, "What would you recommend?" Servers usually have great suggestions because they know what's popular and delicious. Now let's practice ordering your meal step by step. When your server comes back, they'll usually ask, "Are you ready to order?" Or, "What can I get for you today?" Start with your drink if you haven't ordered one yet, then move to food. Here's a natural way to order. "I'll have the grilled chicken with mashed potatoes, and can I get a side salad instead of the vegetables?" Notice how I used "I'll have" instead of "I want." Both are correct, but "I'll have" sounds more polite and natural. You can also say, "Can I get the salmon?" Or, "I'd like the pasta, please." All of these phrases work perfectly. If you want to change something about a dish, you can ask, "Can I substitute the rice for French fries?" Or, "Is it possible to get the dressing on the side?" Most restaurants are happy to make small changes to accommodate your preferences. Let's talk about special dietary needs, because this is really important for many people. If you're vegetarian, you can ask, "Do you have vegetarian options?" Or, "Is this dish vegetarian?" If you're vegan, ask, "Is this vegan?" Or, "Does this contain any dairy or eggs?" For allergies, be very clear. "I'm allergic to nuts." "Does this dish contain any nuts?" Or, "I can't eat gluten." What gluten-free options do you have? Don't be embarrassed about dietary restrictions. Restaurants deal with these requests all the time, and good servers will be happy to help you find something safe and delicious to eat. You can also say, "I don't eat meat," or "I can't have dairy products," if you prefer to explain it that way. Here are some other useful phrases for ordering. If you want your meat cooked a certain way, you can specify, "I'd like my steak medium rare, please." Or, "Can you make sure the burger is well done?" For drinks, you might say, "I'll take a large coffee black," or, "Can I get a diet soda with no ice?" If you're sharing food, you can say, "We'd like to share the appetizer," or, "Can we get an extra plate?" If you want separate checks, mention it early. "We'll need separate checks, please." This makes things easier for your server and prevents confusion later. During your meal, your server will probably check on you. They might ask, "How is everything?" Or, "How are you folks doing?" Simple responses work great. "Everything's delicious, thank you," or "Great, thanks," or "Could we get some more bread, please?" If there's a problem with your food, be polite but clear. "Excuse me, I ordered the chicken, but this is fish." Or, "This soup is cold. Could you warm it up, please?" Don't be afraid to ask for things you need. "Could we get some more napkins?" "Can I have some ketchup?" "May I have a refill on my drink?" These are normal requests that servers handle constantly. The key is to be polite and use "please" and "thank you." When you're finished eating, your server might ask, "Are you still working on that?" Or, "Can I clear these plates?" If you're done, say, "Yes, you can take it," or "I'm all set, thank you." If you want a to-go box, say, "Could I get a box for this?" Or, "Can I have this wrapped up, please?" Taking leftover food home is very common and nothing to be embarrassed about. Now comes the end of your meal, getting the bill and paying. You can signal that you're ready for the check by saying, "Could we get the check, please?" Or, "We're ready for the bill." Some people make a writing motion in the air with their finger, which servers understand as asking for the check. When the bill comes, take your time to look it over. If you have questions, ask them, "What's this charge for?" Or, "Is the tip included?" In most American restaurants, you're expected to leave a tip of 15 to 20% of your bill total. You can add this to your credit card payment or leave cash on the table. If you're paying with a card, the server might bring a card reader to your table, or they might take your card and bring it back with a receipt to sign. Here are some phrases for the payment process. "We'll pay together" means one person is paying for everyone. "We're splitting the bill" means you want to divide the cost. "I'll pay with a card" or "I'll pay cash" tells them your payment method. When you're ready to leave, you can say, "Thank you. Everything was wonderful," or simply, "Thanks. Have a good day." Let's practice a complete role-play scenario so you can hear how all these pieces fit together. Imagine I'm the server and you're the customer. Here's how a typical interaction might sound. Server: "Hi there. Welcome to Tony's Italian Kitchen. How many in your party?" Customer: "Just 2, please." Server: "Great, follow me. Here's your table. I'm Mike, I'll be your server today. Can I start you with something to drink?" Customer: "Yes, I'll have water with lemon and she'll have iced tea." Server: "Perfect. Here are your menus. I'll give you a few minutes to look over everything." A few minutes later, server: "Are you ready to order or do you need a little more time?" Customer: "We're ready. I'll have the spaghetti carbonara, and she'd like the chicken parmesan." Server: "Excellent choices. Would you like to start with an appetizer or salad?" Customer: "Can we share the bruschetta?" Server: "Absolutely. I'll get that started for you." This conversation shows natural, polite restaurant English that you can use anywhere. Notice how the server is friendly and helpful, and the customer is clear and polite. This is the tone you want to aim for in your restaurant interactions. Let's also practice a fast food scenario because the language is a bit different. At fast food restaurants, the interaction is quicker and more direct. Worker: "Welcome to Burger Palace. What can I get for you?" Customer: "I'll have a number 2 combo with a Coke." Worker: "What size?" Customer: "Large, please." Worker: "Anything else?" Customer: "That's it." Worker: "For here or to go?" Customer: "For here." Worker: "That'll be $8.59. Fast food is more casual, but you still want to be polite. Say please and thank you, even in quick interactions. It makes a good impression and shows respect for the workers. Let's recap the key phrases and concepts we've covered today. For arriving at a restaurant, remember table for number and be ready to answer questions about reservations. When ordering drinks, use "I'll have" or "Can I get" followed by your choice. For ordering food, "I'd like" or "I'll have" work perfectly. Don't forget to ask questions about menu items you don't understand. For special dietary needs, be clear and specific about allergies or restrictions. During your meal, simple responses like "everything's great" work when servers check on you. When you're ready to pay, ask for the check or the bill. Remember that tipping 15 to 20% is standard in American restaurants. The most important thing is to be polite, patient, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Restaurant staff want you to have a good experience, so they're happy to help you navigate the menu and make your visit enjoyable. Now it's time to practice what you've learned. This week, I challenge you to use English in a restaurant situation. If you're not in an English-speaking country, try practicing these conversations with a friend or family member. Role-play different scenarios: formal dining, fast food, coffee shops, even food delivery phone calls. If you found this restaurant English lesson helpful, smash that like button and let me know in the comments about your restaurant experiences. Have you ever had a funny misunderstanding when ordering food? What's the most challenging part of restaurant English for you? I read every comment, and your experiences help me create better lessons for everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to Learn English 2 podcast and ring that notification bell. We have amazing episodes coming up on shopping in English, asking for directions, and making small talk with strangers. These practical conversation skills will boost your confidence in every English-speaking situation. Check the description for links to our previous episodes on everyday English conversations and pronunciation practice. Keep practicing these restaurant phrases until they feel natural. And remember, every conversation is an opportunity to improve your English. I'll see you in the next episode where we're going to tackle another essential life skill: talking to your doctor in English. Until then, enjoy your meals and keep speaking English confidently.